Are you serious?
Hello, my name is Marcus Bronzy. There are plenty of ways to kill an hour out there. Right now, you're killing one with us. Now, we're not liars here at How to Kill an Hour, are we, Billy?
Nope, never.
We're a bit late with this information, but that's because on the day there were some big announcements. We were out killing hours for some other stuff, which is going to feature in our big episodes. Some experiences that only a few people in the world have experienced, and we're glad to share them with you, and hopefully you can experience them too very soon. Right, so Billy, why are we having this conversation today in a rush? You're at your place, I'm at the office, we're not all together. Why are we doing this now?
Because the iPhone 7 has been launched today.
Yes.
Well, you can pre-order today. It's not out today.
You can pre-order from today. Today, we're exactly 2 days late after the Apple conversation, but we're still going to get involved into it. It's the 9th of September. Have you ordered yours yet, Bill?
I was going to order, but I can't.
Why can't you?
Because the one that I want the iPhone 7 Plus, 128 gig in matte black. I was thinking about jet black, but because jet black's prone to scratches.
Yeah.
You've meant to put a case on it, so you're just going to not see the shininess. So I thought, I'll just get the matte one. I'm
with you on matte black, and as a fan of Batman, I'm all over that matte black life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
You get me? So, Bill, the talk, I've missed it. I did the little Facebook video that Apple sent out, which had like a really quick rundown of everything that's been going on. I did put on the keynote speech in the background, but should we dig into what the main things are? I think you've got a bit of a better grip on what happened in this current keynote speech.
Yeah, well, there's the main difference because last year on 6 and 6S, the phone was more or less the same, apart from the screen size. Now with iPhone 7 and 7 Plus, there is a massive difference between both the phones.
All right, and what are some of the differences? So you're saying between the 6S and the 7, there's bits that are a bit better, but the main difference we're seeing, or the phone that everyone's getting encouraged to buy, is the 7S, right?
7 Plus, you mean?
The 7 Plus S. Oh, sorry, the 7 Plus. I'm getting confused. That's too much for me. Why can't we just go one phone at a time? No, but the 7 Plus, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So what's the difference between the iPhone 6S and the 7 first? So what's the noticeable differences between those two first before we go to the big differences?
Well, as always, you've got iPhone just increasing the battery life, increasing the processing. But the big one is the camera.
All right, go on.
The camera is now 12 megapixels on the back, and your front camera is now 7 megapixels. So that FaceTime camera, you can now make better selfies.
Better selfies, better FaceTiming, I guess.
Better FaceTiming, yeah.
Cool. And then on the front, 12 megapixels. That's we're getting into the realms of proper photography there. Then, like, this is the realms of like the quality that you can. I had a little look at some stats. You can shoot this format called RAW.
Yeah,
Billy, and I'm sure you're aware of it. That's like super high. That's like RAW is what they shoot
on a DSLR.
Massive, on a DSLR, exactly. So like the iPhones, that's kind of a good look for the iPhone, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I've been reading online as well that some camera enthusiasts, they're actually taking a serious look at the iPhone now, because I would say in at least not even 10 years, 5 years time, I reckon, maybe even not even that, maybe on the iPhone 8, because it go iPhone 7, 7S, 8, maybe on iPhone 8, the camera is just going to be matching DSLRs. I would put money on that.
Yeah, and if they start having attachments where you can put big lenses on these, which we've already had those in previous episodes of How to Kill an Hour as well. We've been messing around with iPhone lenses. We've seen massive differences when you get a quality lens and put it over the iPhone sensor. So maybe people like photographers that have been walking around with massive bodies for their cameras might just walk around with a bag of lenses and whack them on their iPhone. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I wouldn't go as far as having lenses, because people just want to carry one thing around.
Right.
I think it'd be more of a software workaround for that. I wouldn't say lenses, but yeah, I would say that that's going to match the DSLR.
All right, wicked. So you're saying more like the cameras are just going to be so good, they're going to have so much good software in there that they'll stabilize a picture, pull focus, get all the lighting correct, and just it's point and snap.
Yeah. Well, funny you say about pull focus is that with the iPhone 7, they've introduced a portrait mode where it blurs out the foreground and keeps blurs out the background, and keeps the foreground nice and clear. Now, that feature was only available on the original iPhone, or the iPhone we have now through software. Do a bunch of editing, but now it's done in camera without any need to edit the image.
Oh, wicked. Are there any other differences between a 6S and a 7 that you want to point out at the moment, or is that about it?
Nothing else at the moment, although with the 7 you got 2 cameras, whereas the 7 Plus, there's 2 cameras, and on the 7 there's only 1. Because on the 7 Plus you can zoom in up to 10 times, if I remember correctly.
Wicked. Up to 10 times?
Yeah, and it will keep its, keep its clarity.
Excellent. And so, like, the first 2 times I know the first 2 times are actual optical, and then they've got digital for the rest of it. Excellent. And it's got the 7S. Has it got 2 cameras on it, right?
7 Plus.
7 Plus. It's got 2 cameras on it?
Yeah.
Freaking hell. And what are they designed to work together or separately?
They're designed to work together, yeah.
Oh, wicked. And also there's the elephant in the room with the iPhones, Billy.
Yeah.
The big thing that everyone has been talking about, saying that, I think this has been the biggest change since we went from big charger to small charger. Do you remember that? We went from big iPhone charger to small iPhone charger. Yeah. And that is, Bill, the headphone port.
I'm not really fussed about that, to be fair.
What is the situation with the headphone port? Just in case the listener hasn't
been living under a rock.
Yeah.
They've taken out the headphone port. It's like 100-year-old port, or just works with everything, has been taken out. It's been removed and replaced with the Lightning port.
So there's just one thing on the bottom of your phone that you can either charge your phone with or listen to music with. You can't charge your phone and listen to tunes at the same time.
For some people that's annoying, but I cannot count the amount of times that I've charged my phone up and listened at the same time. I've never done that before. Have you done that?
Probably. I'm the sort of guy that's always consuming audio. So if I'm honest, for me, I'm always listening. So I have plugged in my phone and listened to it. But I have felt a bit weird. Like, am I like electrocuting my brain slowly? Yeah. Am I slowly cooking my brain by charging my phone and listening to music at the same time? But I've always got headphones in. So with regards to that, I don't know. How do you feel about it?
I'm not really bothered. I mean, because if I'm listening to audio, I just listen to it on speakers. If you charge my phone up, I just listen through computer speakers or regular speakers. I wouldn't really mind too much.
Do you use your headphones a lot, Bill?
Yeah, but I would, if I was to charge, I'd just charge up and leave the phone alone. I can't see it being that much of a problem. There is an adapter you can get. I think it's included in the box. It's a Lightning's a 3.5 mil,
right?
And they're also fairly cheap. They're only like £9. So if you want to get 2 or 3 of them, go ahead a bit.
Yeah, I think I'd have to roll with an adapter at all times because I'm probably going to stick with the wired headphones. We'll get onto the wireless ones in a minute. I'm probably going to stick with the wired headphones for a while because I'm always plugging my headphones into like a laptop, into a recording device, into an iPhone, and I use loads of different types of headphones to monitor different types of things. So like if it's a club mix or something, I'm using big headphones. If it's a podcast mix, I might use iPhone headphones. Do you know what I mean? So for me, I think it's going to be technically the most awkward because I'm always going to have to roll with the adapter. But I'm thinking, just a little adapter hanging out at the bottom of my phone all the time. And like you said, it's £9. And let's be honest, they're going to turn up in other places for cheaper, aren't they? They're going to be a £1 thing, aren't they?
Yeah, you can get them off eBay or something.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? They're going to turn up cheaper, whether Apple likes it or not, unfortunately. But I don't know. It doesn't sound like a big deal for me to just plug in a little thing at the bottom of my phone. And I'm someone who always uses my headphones. But it doesn't mean you get a louder phone, though, right? Because you get an extra speaker where the thing is, the jack is.
It's now a stereo speaker now. Judging by the videos online on Apple, there's another speaker at the top of the iPhone.
Right.
I think there's a speaker at the top and there's a speaker at the bottom. So as well as the speaker you have for your ear, I think there's another speaker in there. Don't quote me on that, but I'm just going by the images. I think you go on Apple's website, you click on the product video, and it's got like a sound emission from the top.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Apparently it's twice as loud as the 6S at the moment.
Yeah.
So I mean, the iPhones are pretty loud as they are anyway. So I wouldn't I'd like to see how loud the actual phone can get.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, yeah, and it's good for if you're trying to listen to some tunes when you're in the bathroom. Put your phone outside the shower, I guess, or if you just want to watch a show or something like that, and you want to get some good quality sound. Like Stranger Things, I know is something that I'd probably want to listen to in stereo because that was a spooky show. But then again, Billy, I'd probably wear headphones for it. You know?
Yeah. Again, yeah, you'd put headphones in, so it's like one of those things. You just swings and roundabouts.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not that fussed about the stereo speaker, really, when I think about it. But what I'm trying to understand, though, is the dimensions of the new iPhone 7. Is it smaller? Is it bigger?
Well, screen-wise or just the actual phone?
Screen-wise and the actual phone and weight.
The weight is a little bit lighter.
Okay.
I think they didn't really shout on the screen much about the size of it. To be fair. I think it's more or less the same size. Give a mil or two, but
yeah, that leads me to think that it's the same size. No, that leads me to think that they're the same size because actually I've just pulled up the comparison specs and dimensions. It's
more or less the same, isn't it?
7.1 compared to 6.9 on the iPhone 6. So that's 2 mil. And I thought the whole reason I'm getting rid of the jack was to make the phone slimmer. Interesting that the phone's actually.
I think that is 2 mil, so they probably shaved 2 mil from the headphone jack.
Yeah, no. But what I'm saying is the 7's the bigger one. That's what I mean.
Oh, it's bigger.
Yeah,
I think it was slimmer.
Yeah, the 6 was 6.9, the S was 7.1, and the 7 is 7.1.
Yeah,
as well. Interesting. That's 2 mil. So that is, I don't know if that really will affect when you're slipping it into a case. It's slightly thicker, only if you've got like a super tight case like mine with the Mofka case. But interesting. But the extra camera, the extra LEDs as well. I mean,
it's,
I don't know. Do you feel like it's something you should get excited about? It's like a game change. Oh, sorry, you're saying waterproof. Go on.
Yeah, it's waterproof, but it's not.
Or resistant, should we say?
Resistant. Yeah. Just correct it because on the actual Apple website at the bottom, if you scroll through and if you read the terms and conditions, liquid damage is not covered by warranty.
Ooh. So even though it's resistant, if you ruin your phone with liquid, still not covered.
Still not covered, yeah, because it's not 100%. So I think they say if you leave it under there, if it's like out in the rain, then it will survive, like heavy rain, it'll survive. If you just drop it in the toilet or something, just for like a little while, it should be fine. But if you leave it in there, it's going to cause some damage. So
okay, cool.
I wouldn't go swimming with your phone biscuit.
Yeah. Any other big noticeable differences for you or anything that you spotted?
Nothing that I've spotted apart from you got the AirPods, as you said earlier on, the wireless earphones. Mm-hmm. Other than that, it's just all software based.
Yeah, and the wireless earphones, I mean, is that something that's like, you into that? You excited for that? Or
they seem really interesting.
Yeah.
But the price kind of put me off.
What is the price?
Price for wireless earbuds are $159.
Right.
There was chatter on Twitter that, I can just use my wireless headphones. They're like $20. But what people don't seem to realise is their headphones, these are earphones. And in comparison to other wireless earphones, they're actually the cheapest of the lot.
Right. So for wireless earphones, they're really cheap. But for headphones, they might not be as cheap as as big bulky headphones that sort of block out a bit more sound, but look a little less sexy. I mean, what do you think? Because if I'm honest, I like having the current iPhone headphones because I batter these headphones. I'm in the gym, listening, editing, stuffing them in my pocket, pulling them out. Every 5-6 months, my headphones stop working. I spend £25 English, get another pair. Or if I, you know what, you can even get, if I'm honest with you and How to Now listeners, you even head on Amazon. They've got official Apple headphones that just haven't got any branding on them that come from Apple and they're like half the price, but you get like 2 for 1. So you pay the same amount, but you get a couple of pairs. Do you know what I mean, Bill? I'm cool with that because I'm always mashing up my headphones. So I want it to be the sort of thing where if I wake up and my headphones stop working, I ain't got to fork out 150 quid. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Plus the hygiene thing, you know what I mean? Like, they're in my ears every single day. Sometimes I look at them, I'm just like, yeah, you gotta go. you gotta go, man. You could be growing stuff inside my ears if I'm not careful.
Well, with these ones, they're quite interesting. That they're a bit more intelligent than your wired ones.
Right.
If you take them, they know when you're in your ear. So if you take them out your ear, they're going to pause the music.
Oh, sick!
Yeah, so there is that, which is interesting.
It's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So they're fancy and they'll look pretty fancy in people's ears as well. But imagine if you lose one. Can you only buy a pair?
You can only buy a pair, yeah. So if you lose one, you won't be able to use the other because the phone would think one's out your ear, so it's going to pause the music.
Crazy. And yeah, is that about the hardware or anything else?
That is about that. That's about it for the hardware.
Yeah, I mean, how do you feel? Like, are you just up for upgrading because, or you always do it, or is it something that genuinely excites you?
I generally upgraded anyway because my phone, my contract is now up. Like at the end of the month, so I will upgrade to the 7.
Yeah.
What I tend to do is I will upgrade to the 7.
Mm-hmm.
Then say if I weren't doing it, then I'd skip the 7S and then go to the 8.
Yeah.
But Apple have introduced this new iPhone upgrade system where you buy the phone off of Apple and then you buy like a SIM-only plan from EE, O2, Vodafone or 3 or whoever you decide to go with. They're the mobile companies in the UK. So I'm presuming the American ones would be the same or wherever you're based. And then after 11 months, you get to upgrade to the brand new phone. So you don't have to be tied into a 2-year contract. So you can just upgrade to the latest and greatest phone after 12 months.
And how much does that cost?
At the moment in the UK, just give for example, with the iPhone 7, 32 gig is £33.45 a month.
Yeah.
For the 256, it's an extra tenner.
Right.
It's the same. So for 7 Plus, it's £39.45, and then for the largest one, it's £50 a month.
Okay, so you buy one phone all out, or you rent it off Apple basically. So you pay installments to Apple.
Yeah.
And the next phone that comes around, you get a free upgrade.
You
have
get
to
an
pay
upgrade,
a little bit more.
So you get a free upgrade, and you start a new cycle.
So when you compare that to your SIM-only plan and paying Apple, does it work out the same as if you were to just have a whole package from a service provider?
It works out kind of more or less the same, but with this one, there's 2 options. You can have it with the Apple Care Plus, or you have it without the Apple Care Plus. You can still buy it off of Apple in installments, but you don't get the choice to upgrade after 11 months. If you want to upgrade after 11 months, you have to have Apple Care Plus.
Okay, and does that help you out if you drop your phone on the floor and smash it to pieces as well, Apple Care Plus?
Yeah, so it's if you do break your phone, it's I think it's like £25 for a screen replacement.
Yeah.
And £79 for any other damage.
So if you dropped it in the toilet, destroyed your phone, you've only got to pay £79. Where if I, who don't have Apple Care Plus, I'd have to get a whole new phone.
Well, I would assume that they wouldn't be covered because it would be classed as water damage.
Yeah. All right. Well, if I accidentally dropped my phone on the floor and it smashed to pieces and it needed more than a new screen.
Yeah, then it'd be £80 and you get a brand new phone.
If you have Apple Care Plus, but if I don't, then I'm going to get stung with the £900 cost of the phone.
Yeah.
Interesting. Looks like it's something that might be worth investigating.
I mean,
but yeah,
it does seem interesting. I mean, I was going to go with EE and just upgrade my new 24-month program with EE.
Yeah.
But with this Apple thing, I think for more or less the same price, give or take a £5. That's like my scenario. So someone else's might be different, but for me, for give or take a £5, and I can upgrade after a year. I mean, if it's £5 and you can get the latest and greatest phone, I mean, yeah, why not?
Yeah, fair enough. So yeah, so we're excited about it. We're not like smashing through the walls excited here at How to Kill an Hour, but me and Bill are going to upgrade. I don't know what Funk Butcher and Dev and Nick Brighton and the rest are gonna do with it, but yeah, I mean we're in iPhone 7. I mean I always leapfrog like you, so I've got a 6 right now. It's in great shape, but I think it's time to get a new phone.
Yeah, my one's
2 years old, man. Battery's a bit tired.
I can't even do 3D touch on mine, so.
Exactly. All right, then. Well, thank you for killing that little bit of time with myself and producer Bill, presenting today as well, Obs. So that was a little update on what Apple had going on. There's loads more, including the iOS, which we'll probably put information on howtokillanhour.com/blog about. I know Apple's got this whole new home service software. Basically, when you've automated your home and plugged your home into the internet where you can control lights everywhere, Apple's got an app for that, which seamlessly integrates into your house, which is great actually, because at the moment you've got to get another app, open that app and use it. But if you've now got inline software with your phone, that would be sick. And obviously, oh shit, we almost forgot, Bill. Super Mario. Stocks in Nintendo went up after they made that announcement. Yeah, what about that?
That looks sick. It's basically just Mario for your phone. Let me just bring up the thing on your phone. So if you go to the App Store on your homepage, I think if you're listening recently, it would just be on the homepage. But if you're listening in like a few months' time, it's called Super Mario Run. Click on that. You can click to be notified. It's going to be available around holiday season. Holiday season is October, November, December, so around there. So I'm hoping it's going to be released soon. It's basically a side scroller of Mario on your phone.
Sick. Absolutely sick. Can't wait to get my hands on that. You can pre-order that. We'll put a link to that in the description of the show as well. Anyway, that's our update here on the Apple keynote. We sort of picked out the bits which we liked. There's loads of content out there. We'll put some stuff up on howtokillanow.com/blog as well about the keynote. And I think we should cook up an episode about the PS4 as well, really, which we'll speak to you about real soon. But there's plenty of ways to kill an hour out there. Thank you for killing one with me. I've been Marcus Bronzy.
I've been producer Bill.
All right, we'll see you on the other side.